you guys, it's me Larry again, back at you with another video today. This one is going to be a Holy Grails products that I absolutely love and stand by. Quite a few friends of mine have sort of asked me to do them a list of the makeup that I use or have used or shown in my couple of videos because they like the look of it, I suppose, which is always nice that I'm doing something right or looking like I'm doing something right. So today I'm just going to give you an overview of what I love. I mean, there's quite a few products from each category. I'm going to be going all the way from primers to setting sprays, so all the way through. Well, the only product I'm not going to show today is fake lashes. I don't do fake lashes, eyelashes, because I've got quite naturally long eyelashes. I just don't use them in my everyday life just because takes too much time and I'm already doing all this other stuff, and I just like the look of my natural lashes. So it's up to everyone. I mean, everyone, you know, who wears fake eyelashes, good on you. You know, I wish I could do that. I would end up poking my eye out probably, but yeah, so it's the only product I'm not going to be showing today. Also, side note, I got a tattoo, my very first tattoo, a little love heart on the underside of my wrist. Me and my best friend Chloe have been we've been friends for 11 years, friends sort of first day of high school, and we've just sort of grown together, and she's been there through all life's ups and downs and supported me, and ever since high school we were talking about getting a matching tattoo and how cute that would be. And just considering circumstances between our lives, it sort of made sense to get it. So Chloe, here we are to we're dead, baby. Love you. Let's get into it. Okay, so I'm going to be starting off with just a real quick one. The makeup wipes that I use is Formula 10.0.6, and they're called the Wipe Your Face Off, which sort of makes sense really. Makeup removing facial wipes with pink, grapefruit and apple. I use these to wipe away my makeup, obviously, at the end of the day or a night out, and they're just amazing. They don't burn my eyes. These don't irritate my skin at all. I'm not allergic to anything in there, but they're just wonderful, wonderful wipes. The only downside is they only come in a pack of 25. I don't know if they come in bigger versions, and they're really hard to find. Like, I think they only really sell them at Target or like Priceline Pharmacy. I just use these to take my makeup off, and they're really good. Okay, so now we're going to be moving on to primers. We're going to be starting with the Benefit POREfessional. Now this primer I absolutely love. It's oil-free, lightweight, translucent, silky, and it is just that. I mean, it's, yeah, skin colour, well, translucent, but it kind of looks like a nudie beige kind of colour. But I just put a little bit under my eyes, I get a lot of caking of foundation right here. I don't know what it is. It's just for some reason that is the one spot, sorry, don't mean to flick you off. It's the one spot that tends to break my makeup the most for some reason. So I always put a little bit here underneath my eyes, along my chin, and in sort of the crevices of my nose as well. Because makeup tends to like to, you know, seep in there and stick and get all glucky as well. But this is absolutely amazing. I've been using it for, oh gosh, when did I actually get this? This is the first one I ever bought, and it's actually I'm still using it. I mean, I know it's probably not good to use it. It says 12 months use after opening, but to me, I'm a bit, and especially because obviously I don't have all the money in the world to just, you know, be like, oh well, that's 12 months old, so I better just throw it out and get a new one, especially if it's, you know, I mean, this wasn't, but especially if it was like, you know, $100 or something ridiculous. It's just not practical. So if makeup, to me, if it still smells good, if it still feels the same, if it still looks the same, it doesn't go, you know, cluggy or anything like that, I think it's still good to use. And it doesn't, you know, I haven't been breaking out from it from still using it. So I'm going to keep riding with it until it runs out. I got this when I was in America in September 2015. So yeah, quite a few years old. It sort of makes everything so silky smooth, and just, it doesn't feel heavy or anything either. Just, it creates a beautiful sort of base for foundation just to stick onto. So absolutely recommend this, my Holy Grail for sure. Sort of a new one that I got, which is the Farsali Unicorn Essence. This is a bigger bottle. It's just a little dropper top. Makes my skin feel absolutely radiant, if that's the word. It feels kind of tacky, not so much like the Benefit POREfessional where that was quite smooth and silky. This one's quite tacky, which is good. I don't like my face feeling sticky, which is, you know, a bad and a good thing. Sticky is bad, but It's tacky in the sense that your foundation will stick to it, like it won't move around your face and like smear and smudge and look, you know, streaky or whatever like that. So I love this because, yeah, it's just got the right tackiness to it. It makes my skin feel really good. It makes it feel hydrated as well, like I've just put moisturizer on. It's just really, really good. It's a little bit pricey though. The Benefit POREfessional, I think in Australia was $42 from memory, and this one is $72 from Sephora in Australia. It creates kind of a nice glow as well under the skin, but yeah, really makes your makeup stick to your face. So absolutely love this. MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus spray. It's a very long name, but everyone just calls it MAC Fix Plus. It's actually the coconut scented version of it. They came out with a bunch of scents. I think there was rose, lavender and coconut, and I like rose, but lavender, I'm just one of those people that hate the smells of lavender. It almost gives me a headache. I know it's meant to make you feel refreshed and you're meant to have baths in it and makes your, you know, muscles all feel good. But lavender, I just hate the smell of that. I just can't get it. But anyway, so coconut I absolutely love. So I got the coconut one. I've actually got it back up in my drawer because I love it that much. I use it for a primer. Some people use it for a primer and a setting spray. I could never use it as a setting spray, to be honest. To me, it just doesn't have that locking power. I mean, for some people it does. For some people, MAC Fix Plus is all that they use, and you know, good on you, that's what you use. And everyone's skin type's different as well, just putting that out there. My skin's quite, I've got quite combination, but mine's more towards the oily side. I do get dry stuff when I'm, you know, that time of the month and my skin just wants to do its own thing. What works for me might not necessarily work for you. I first go in with my POREfessional to smooth my under eyes, and then I sort of spray this all around my face to sort of make it feel more hydrated and just moisturized. I love this just to give it a quick spritz. I also use it on days where I don't wear makeup, where I just want to make my face feel refreshed, and you know, if it's a hot day and I want to cool down. Absolutely love this. I've been using this for a good 4 years now, I would say. So yeah, absolutely stand by this. Next up for primers for the eyes, I've got the Urban Decay Original Primer Potion. If you know, you've been watching a couple of my videos now, I always prime my eyes with this. It just creates a nice base for your eyes, and it's got like that sort of, like the Farsali drops, that just nice tackiness to the eyes where your first layer of eyeshadow will just stick to it and not move. And I've gone without this for a night out where I've just gone, oh yeah, it probably doesn't even make a difference. It made a difference. Like, my eyeshadow did not look good halfway through the night, and I knew it was because I wasn't using this. So I definitely stand by this. I always use it. It's just a beautiful eyeshadow primer, and it looks quite small, but it lasts such a long time. Like, you don't need to use a lot, you just need to use a little bit, and it goes such a long way and lasts such a long time. So I absolutely love this and stand by this. Okay, now for foundations. I've got quite a few foundations sort of in the mixed section. Like, I've got one full coverage and the rest are sort of sheer to medium or light coverages. I'll start with a full coverage. So Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo Foundation. It says tattoo foundation because it can cover up a tattoo. I would test it on my tattoo to give you guys a bit of an example, but as you know, this tattoo is kind of only new still, and I don't really want to get anything in it and, you know, get it infected or anything like that because I'm paranoid about it. So I won't be testing that out on my actual tattoo, but it's a good little foundation. I think this was like $54 and I got this in 2014, which is quite old. It's got different packaging than what it does now. This is the older packaging. It's 24-hour wear, and it's obviously very, very full coverage. My skin didn't feel cakey at all. It didn't feel heavy at all. It didn't move around my skin. It sort of just sat quite still, even with primer or without primer. Just a great little foundation. I've got so much use out of it. If I go to full coverage foundation, this is the one I get. It's obviously got different packaging now, but they still sell it, and I think it's still one of the best selling full coverage foundations today. So absolutely love this. Urban Decay Naked Weightless Skin Foundation. A light diffusing, paraben free, peptide infused, which I mean, it's just all basically good stuff for you. It's like a, yeah, more sheer to medium coverage foundation, which is good. You shake it, and there's obviously a little ball running around on the inside to mix it all up so it doesn't get all, you know, dragged down the bottom or whatever, which is really good. It comes off like so, and it's just a pump foundation. I've been using this for a very long time. It makes you feel like you're wearing nothing at all, or you're wearing very little foundation at all. It's just a beautiful sort of liquid consistency. You can tell that there is a lot of, you know, moisturizing and hydrating properties in it, which is really good. This is probably one of my most favorite foundations. They still sell this foundation on M.A.C Cosmetics here in Australia, in store and online, so I would definitely recommend going and picking this one up. It's such a beautiful light foundation that, yeah, it sort of covers imperfections as well, even though it's light coverage, but it just makes everything look smooth and airbrushed and just wonderful. The next foundation I want to talk about is a new little guy that I picked up not that long ago. It's the Benefit Hello Happy foundation with the cute little love heart happy smiling face. This is a sheer to medium coverage foundation. It's a soft blur foundation, which is good. I absolutely love this foundation. It's such a beautiful feeling too, a bit like the Benefit POREfessional, especially these two together. They're a beautiful pair. This is like a blurring effect as well, and so is the foundation. So together they're really, really good. Even by itself it feels so smooth under the under eyes especially. Everywhere else it just feels smooth. It's quick drying as well, so it doesn't feel tacky and horrible. I definitely get this little guy. So cute. He was $50 or $49 here in Australia. So quite expensive, but it's a beautiful little foundation, and I'm so glad that I picked it up and gave it a try for myself. Now another foundation I've got is the Makeup Forever HD foundation, but this is the stick foundation. I don't actually have that much left. That's literally all I've got left. This is a beautiful little foundation. I haven't tried many stick foundations, but I absolutely love this one. I want to give the Hourglass one a go because I've heard really, really good things about that one. So hopefully I get to pick that up soon and give that one a try. It's quite tacky, and you set it with powder and it's absolutely fine. I always set my foundation with powders. I used to not set my foundation with powder, obviously when I was back in high school and that wasn't a thing. But ever since I've been using setting powder, I just can't not do it. Like I just feel like I've missed, like I'm leaving the house without brushing my teeth or something. Like I just feel wrong not doing it. But it just blends so perfectly. It's very creamy. It's not stiff or anything. Like I've had it 2 years, and I mean, even though I've had the cap, you know, on and off, still quite fresh, and hasn't dried out like at all. So absolutely love this stick foundation. If you want to give stick foundations a go, and you haven't before, then I urge you to get this one and give it a try. Now for concealer, I've got two. The M.A.C Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NC15. I'm a sort of a pinkish yellowish undertone like both of them, so I've got to get sort of something in between. It's quite a small bottle, but it's 9ml, quite tiny, but this has lasted me quite a long time. I actually got this in America too. I've only just run out. I think I've probably got one pump if I'm lucky, 1 or 2 pumps left. I don't really use concealer every day. I just use it when I've got pimples or like blemishes I want to cover up, or a bit of redness, or, you know, dark circles. The M.A.C Pro Longwear Concealer is absolutely amazing. Yeah, a good one, especially if you want a more full coverage concealer. Then I'll definitely recommend this one. I've got the Faithful Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm in the shade Fair Neutral. Like I said, I'm in between the pinks and the yellows, so the neutral's kind of bang smack in the middle. If you've watched YouTube, you know everyone is all over this concealer. Oily combination, dry. Everyone absolutely loves this concealer, and so do I. But as I said, I don't use it every day. It's just, yeah, the only downside is it's slightly drying, but it doesn't cling to your dry patches terribly. It just maybe does just that tiny little bit. But it's just a beautiful concealer. It just makes everything blend together smoothly, and literally like all the hype over it was correct, because it's just the top selling concealer in the world, still is. And yeah, no one's done it, to my knowledge, no one's done it better than Tarte. Absolutely love the concealer. The Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder is my absolute favourite. I'm pretty much out of this now. I don't know if you can tell. There's just little speckles left. It's literally gone. I'm trying to tap out the last of as much as I can. But Holy Grail for me as well. Everyone was going on about this setting powder, and I got it, and I was not disappointed. Translucent, but it doesn't give you that white flashback as opposed to, you know, a white translucent powder. It doesn't give you that flashback if you're going out at night and have lights and stuff. So this is just a beautiful, beautiful powder. Everything's so silky smooth with it. Blends easy. Everything's just airbrushed pretty much. It just makes your skin look flawless. I think this was like $54 or something. I actually got it from David Jones. I highly recommend this. It's the only translucent powder that I really use. I use the RCMA no colour one, but again that's quite white, so if I was going out at night time and there was, you know, cameras and flashing and stuff, I wouldn't use it because it gives me that, but it just, yeah, makes that white sort of pop out, but this just sort of equalises everything and just, yeah, makes everything blend together nicely. Okay, so now we're going to move into bronzers. The Benefit Hoola Quickie Stick. It looks like a bamboo sort of container. It's not, but it, you know, the texture looks like it. I haven't used much of this, but you just wind it up. It's quick, it's easy, it's literally just a stick, you just slide it. It doesn't look muddy. It's a contour stick. So you contour first and then you bronze over it. To sort of like create the shadow and the line and everything like that. It just makes life, it just makes contouring so easy. Like, you know, if you need to quickly get out of the house, just quickly do it. Blend it up with your beauty blender, damp beauty blender, and you're done. So it's just a beautiful little contour stick. Now this is a thing that Benefit do quite a bit. They bring out their ranges of stuff and they bring it in like a box kind of thing. So this is a Benefit Cheek Parade palette. They sell all these individually, don't worry. I just got them in this because it was easier. Like, I wanted a few of them, and it was just cheaper to get it like this. So it just opens up like so, and I don't want to blind you, but there are all the powders there. It comes with a little brush. I've still got it in the plastic, but basically it's just a little bronzing brush. So, you know, you dip it in there and you go on your cheek like so. I mean, they're good little brushes, I suppose. I just don't use them. I've got other brushes that I absolutely love, so I don't really use it, but these are all the shades. So we've got Hoola Light, California, Dandelion and Rockature. So Hoola and Hoola Light are the bronzy sort of shades. California, Dandelion and Rockature are sort of more blushes, but the Rockature is more of a, how do you say it, like a highlighty bronzy kind of blush, if that makes sense. Like, it's quite dark. But so you get quite a lot of value for money. I'm going to talk about bronzers and blushes just in the mix here. Hoola is quite dark. It's like the Quickie Stick, but yeah, it's quite dark. I used to use it quite a lot. I've actually got a mini version of that in my handbag, so I can just bronze on the go. But I prefer the Hoola Light. The Hoola Light is still quite dark, surprisingly. It looks very light here, but when you put it on, it actually still feels quite dark. But absolutely love these two. Absolutely love Dandelion as a blush. That would be probably one of my favourite blushes. Definitely Hoola and Hoola Light as my bronzer, my Holy Grail bronzers, and Dandelion as one of my Holy Grail blushes. Absolutely love it. I don't know if this is still available. They've got quite a few now with different variations. But you can pick it up in a palette like this one. This one might not be available, but there's others, as I said. But yeah, you can pick it up or individually. Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. Now this is the old packaging that they had. They've recently just did up their packaging on all their products, on their chocolate Soleil bronzers. There's dark chocolate, chocolate and milk chocolate, I think. Just this beautiful sort of elegant almost looking packaging. It's very plastic. Just opens up like so. As you can see, I've hit pan. I've absolutely loved this bronzer pretty hard. The best thing is it actually smells like chocolate. Oh, it's just so yummy. But it's a beautiful bronzer, not too warm, not too dark. And that's why I got the milk chocolate. But I absolutely love this bronzer. It's a very Holy Grail of mine. It's been a Holy Grail of mine for years now. I definitely recommend you go and pick one of these up. Another one of my Holy Grails is the Tarte Park Avenue Princess bronzer. This is an older packaging as well. It's like a sort of leathery, like chromy golden shift to it, but it sort of opens up like so. I actually haven't taken the plastic off the mirror. It doesn't look like I've used much of it. I probably haven't, but I love this bronzer. It's a beautiful bronzer because it's got a beautiful sheen to it. It's not just a matte bronzer, like the Too Faced one was a matte one. This isn't matte, this is quite shimmery. It's just a beautiful, beautiful bronzer, and it's got sort of like a crocodile snake skin print in it. Embellished into it, but beautiful, beautiful bronzer, and it's, yeah, just that beautiful sort of reflective, nothing too shiny or anything like that, but it's just a beautiful bronzer. When I want to go for that sort of glowy effect of the skin, like whether it be glowy foundation, glowy setting spray, glowy, you know, highlight, just glowy all around, or just a pop of glow, I definitely love this one because, yeah, as I said, it's just that beautiful sort of sheen to it as opposed to just being a matte bronzer. For a more of an affordable option, mine's actually broken. The lid's actually broken. It doesn't snap shut. It just, you know, hangs there. But this is the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. Everyone was going on about this. This has a beautiful, beautiful tropical smell to it. It just smells like a tropical island. A buttery bronzer. It literally is what the name says. It's buttery. It blends so easily. It's creamy, it's pigmented, it's not too warm, not too harsh, and just goes on the skin very, very nicely. So for a more affordable option, I would definitely recommend the Butter Bronzer, and they sell this at Priceline Pharmacy, I believe. I don't think it was too expensive. I think it was like 30 bucks or something like that. So absolutely love this little bronzer for a more affordable option if you're into that. Okay, so now we're moving on to blushes. This M.A.C blush, it sort of comes in, yeah, sort of the standard packaging with the little plastic sort of dome on it. Lifts up like so, and there's the blush there. This one is called, so it's their Pro Longwear Blush in Blush All Day is the shade name. It's just a beautiful sort of dark peachy one. It's like the Dandelion one, but it's just slightly darker. I absolutely love this. I actually sometimes use this for bronzer as well. Definitely one of my favourite blushes. Just a beautiful, and it's a matte blush as well. It's not got any shimmers or anything, but just a beautiful, beautiful darker peach sort of blush. This is the Too Faced Sweethearts Perfect Flush Blush in the shade Something About Berry. Not Barry, Something About Berry, as in like a strawberry. Beautiful, beautiful packaging with the love heart. You take off the lid, and there's the blush there. Here we've got a stripe of hot pink almost. On the middle you've got a stripe of peachy pink. And on the stripe here we've kind of got a bit of like an undertone mauve pink. It's a beautiful sort of blush, but it is, as you can tell, it is a shimmery blush. I've still got a crap ton of this left. I got this a couple of years ago in America as well, but I've got a crap ton of it. I don't really like shimmery blushes all too often, but as I said, when I want to have a bit of a glow, you know, a night out or first day of summer and I'm feeling pretty good, then I'll go for this. I mean, it's got some sparkles in it, but it's nothing too intense, but it's just that beautiful sort of berry, that's why it's called that colour, beautiful berry blush. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. But Too Faced always kill their packaging. Like, no matter what they do great, great packaging. Absolutely love this. Okay, so moving on to highlights now. I've got a bit of a complicated, controversial one here. Now, a couple of years ago, when I was in America, 2015, Jaclyn Hill released a collaboration with Becca Cosmetics times Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop highlighter, and Becca highlights are just stunning all round. And obviously since then, since she's moved on and developed, they actually, I mean, they've brought Champagne Pop out so many times from different things. It was meant to be limited edition, but then it wasn't, and everyone was like, well, why isn't it limited edition? I spent, you know, so long, you know, all my money on this, and now it's not limited edition. It just came back and back again, and it just got a bit repetitive. Because it's like, oh, now we're doing Champagne Pop with this beautiful like champagne bottle embossed in it for the limited edition celebration, and it's like, really? Obviously since then she's been working a lot with Morphe and doing a lot of her own things and growing, and I don't know what happened. There was some controversy there about something. I think they were meant to be doing something else, but there was something there. But basically they've still got Champagne Pop in their Becca collection, but it's no longer got Jaclyn Hill's name on it. It's just Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop. Becca Jaclyn Hill Champagne Glow Collection. Champagne Collection. Sorry, the white light's blinding, so it's like that. And it opens up like so. And this was a beautiful palette. I absolutely love this. I had to get my hands on it, and I'm so devastated that it didn't stick around or it didn't work out, but I'm just doing it for the whole Champagne Pop side of things. So this is Champagne Pop here. I can talk about the rest if you want to. I'll give you a quick, I've got the thing here. I'll give you a quick name of it, but I don't think you can get them anymore. So the blush here is called Rose Spritz. The bronzer is called Amaretto. This blush here is called Pamplemousse. Obviously Champagne Pop, and the other one that she came out with for the collection was Prosecco Pop. But unfortunately I don't think you can get them anymore. The only reason I'm showing this palette because I don't actually have a single of the Champagne Pop anymore. I did, and it smashed. Becca highlights have been known to smash, unfortunately. That's just how it is. It sucks. But they've been known to be quite fragile in that area. So mine lasted a while, but it shattered, and my heart was shattered. Anyway, so I got it in this palette when it came out, but yeah, the Champagne Pop here is an absolute staple. Even though it isn't Jaclyn Hill's anymore, which is a whole shame, but it's still a beautiful highlight. I mean, Becca highlights are just so blinding, and if you love a blinding highlight, then I highly recommend this. You can still get it, it just doesn't have Jaclyn's name on it anymore. It literally just is Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop. It doesn't have anything to do with Jaclyn anymore. It is a beautiful, beautiful highlight. It's just that, yeah, beautiful champagne colour, sort of gold and undertone pink. I don't really like golden highlights too much, so having the Champagne Pop, you know, mixed in with the pink is just a beautiful highlight. Okay, so I've got quite a few other highlights here. They are Becca. Some of these were limited edition, but I have a feeling that they're still available. I don't know for sure, so don't judge me on that. But I just wanted to quickly show them anyway. These are the Shimmering Skin Perfector highlights, the pressed ones. This one's in Lilac Geode. I absolutely love it. It kind of looks like a bath plug to me. Is that just me? Like, you know, the plugs that you have in the sink or the bath. To me, that's what it looks like. But it's a beautiful sort of metal, and then you got the plastic on the outside and the like sort of colour on the inside. But that's what it looks like there. Now, it's a beautiful, I love the dimensions on it, like sort of the triangles and everything like that. It's absolutely gorgeous. But it's just a beautiful, yeah, highlight, pinky, very, very pink. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely love these highlights. Champagne Pop was a Shimmering Skin Perfect like pressed highlight as well, and they've got so many other ones which I want to get my hands on, but I just got this just basically for the pink. I absolutely love pink highlights, they're my favourite. But it's just a beautiful, stunning, yeah, pink highlight. Okay, so the other one here is Prismatic Amethyst, and again, it's got that metal with the colour on the outside. It's a very light, and these have got quite a perfumey kind of smell, not a bad thing, but they got the dimensions in it again as well. And yeah, it's just a beautiful, stunning highlight. Like, look at how reflective that is off my light. That's just bam! Amethyst kind of colour, very, very light amethyst colour, but absolutely stunning nonetheless. This is one of my favourites, and I'm pretty sure they still sell this one. Could be wrong, but yeah, just absolutely stunning. The Becca highlights are just, oh, they're just so good. And then the last one I got, which was quite recently, which is Vanilla Quartz. Again, the metal with the colour. Now the dimensions have gone out of this one quite a lot because I've used it quite a lot, and I actually use this one for my makeup tutorials with the mirror. This is, yeah, a very vanilla-y kind of colour. Very, it's not gold or anything like that, because I don't really like gold highlights, but it's just a very sort of, yeah, vanilla colour. Absolutely stunning, like that reflection again. The dimensions, as I said, have kind of got out of it because I've used this one the most. This is the most recent one I got. But it's just that beautiful neutral vanilla colour, but absolutely perfect. Just so good, and they're just so buttery and creamy, and they're just amazing. Now the next highlighter, as you know from my other video, sort of a more glow from within kind of highlight, not a blinding highlight by any means, but Dandelion Twinkle, which from Benefit. It's just the dandelion sort of style colour, but it's got the twinkle in it, but it's quite a muted down pink. It's more of that like a champagne kind of colour. Benefit powders, I'll just show you. Benefit powders come in a box like this. You open it up, and then it comes with the brush there in like a little plastic tray so it doesn't ruin the powder. Sits in there. There it is there, just a beautiful, yeah, shimmery skin colour as well. To me, this is quite skin colour, quite neutral, but it just gives that beautiful glow within. It doesn't, it's not, yeah, not a shiny mess. It just gives you that beautiful sort of warm glow to the skin. It's just stunning. Now for sort of up their highlighters, I don't know if I think they still sell this, but I've had it that long that the words have written off, and same with the back sort of. I think they still sell it, but they've got quite a few others now, but they do sell them individually. This is the Hourglass palette, and I'll give you an overview of it. Can't remember how to open it. So it opens like that. Now as you can see, which one I've hit pan on, I absolutely love. So we've got Radiant Light, Incandescent Light, and Dim Light. Now Incandescent Light is the one that I use most. Hourglass is very expensive, but it just gives that beautiful glow from within again, but it's more of a light sort of vanilla shade, a bit like the Becca one, but not blinding at all. It just gives that beautiful subtle glow. Absolutely love it. You can pick this up, well, you can pick that one up. I think they're about $50 something, maybe $60, which is crazy. So if you want to splurge on a beautiful highlight that glows from within, then I definitely recommend this one. So that's Incandescent Light. As you can see, I've hit pan. It's just something that I just go to if I just want a quick highlight, but I don't want to be bold and blinding. I just want to look, yeah, glowy from within, then definitely that one. Absolutely gorgeous. Now for liquid highlight, I've only got one, and is the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in the shade Celestial. This is going to last me such a long time. It's such a big bottle, but literally, like, it's got a pump, but you don't even need to pump. Like, you can literally just unscrew the top, and literally, like, where the product always comes to the top, you can literally just put your finger on it, and there it is there. As you can see, it's pretty much, it's blinding as all hell. Like, I would apply this with a damp beauty blender, or I would literally just pat and then get my beauty blender and sweep it up, or you can do it on a beauty blender as well. But this would last me such a long time. It's just a beautiful light pink vanilla shade. But yeah, if I'm going out and I want my highlight to look blinding, I'll often use this and then set it with a powder highlight. It might not be a blinding highlight, because then that could be way too much highlight. Then again, is there such thing as way too much highlight? I don't think so, actually, so never mind. Scratch that. In other words, I will, yeah, layer this with a powder highlight just to sort of set it. A bit like setting powder with foundation, you're just sort of setting it, locking it into place, even though this doesn't move anyway, but I always like to do that. Absolutely stunning. This is quite pricey. I think this is like $60 or something crazy like that, but you get so much use out of it. It's such a big bottle. It's just absolutely stunning. So this is the only liquid highlight I've got, but I stand by this. This is just holy grail when you just want an absolute beaming glow. So now we're moving on to eyeshadow palettes. Now I've got quite a few. I only got this not that long ago, but I absolutely freaking love it. The packaging's amazing. It's just that beautiful sort of felt packaging. But the only thing I don't like is, if you can see here, it's got a bit of shadow on it, and it gets just dirty, and you can't really clean it because of the material. It just sort of gets dirtier and dirtier. But this is an absolute beautiful little palette. Oh, that's the brush that it came with. It just sort of sits in here. So this is the palette here. Absolutely stunning. It's just beautiful, beautiful palette. To be honest, it's kind of crazy. I didn't want to get it to begin with. I looked at this palette and I've gone, those colours just really don't speak to me. They're just not colours that I would use. But then for some reason my brain ticked and I was like, what are you doing? Everyone's talking about this palette. Everyone's been talking about it for years now. You haven't got it. Get it, because you love pinks. What's wrong with you? I'm absolutely in love with it. I use it pretty much every day. My favourite is definitely Tempera, or Tempera, however you say it. Here is sort of a setting powder or a base coat for your eyelids. And then the shimmers are just absolutely stunning here. Absolutely stunning here. The reds, the pinks, just everything goes well together. It just blends so perfectly, so easily. And if you're just into pinks and mauves, then I would definitely recommend this palette. Absolutely love it. My other holy grail is the Jeffree Star Beauty Killer palette. Absolutely love this palette. How big it is, how big the pan sizes are. If you want a good pink, then 100% go with this. This is so pigmented. It just goes so well, blends so easy, all that kind of stuff. These, you know, metallic shades are gorgeous. This one down here called Black Rainbow, as you can see, it's a black, but it's got hints of different coloured glitters in there. So it's got, you know, pinks and greens and purples. That's why it's called Rainbow. Black Rainbow. It's just got beautiful some sparkles in there. But absolutely love this palette. I always go for China White for a base setting powder again. But just everything in this palette is gorgeous. So if you want a couple of pops of colours and some purples and some out there colours, then I would get this. Jeffree Star killed it. I can't wait to get his Blood Sugar palette. I'm really hoping to get my hands on that soon. It's the Jack and Hill Morphe palette. This palette's absolutely stunning. I mean, it's massive. I mean, this teal right here, like, just beyond belief. Everything in this palette though is stunning. The pan sizes are great. I haven't hit pan on anything yet, which is good, but it's just such an amazing array of colours. I personally love Jacqueline. She's the reason I got into makeup. Her videos were probably the first ones that I ever started watching, to be honest. Her and Trisha Paytas. To me, Jacqueline's just, I've just always got a love for Jacqueline. I'm a soft spot in my heart for her. She killed it with this palette. I got this off Beauty Bay. Beauty Bay is a website in the UK that ships to Australia and has Australian currency, but when you purchase stuff, like, you can choose to view it in Australian currency, but obviously when you purchase it, it is kind of in pounds. So when you purchase stuff, it'll convert it over to pounds so you might be charged that little bit more. So if you're wondering like, oh, I spent $150, why is my order like $170, $180? It's like because it needs to go to pounds. But Beauty Bay sort of make it easier for those sort of companies to sell makeup to people, as opposed to, you know, charging crap tons of money for shipping and making it hard for things. And that's where I got the Jeffree Star stuff as well. So just that palette is just absolutely stunning. If you want a palette with lots of array of colour, then I would definitely recommend getting it.